last time everybody kept saying they saw a black chair in my in the broadcast. So I figured I'll sit in this chair. I'm assuming this is the black chair. I'm really not too sure, but we're gonna try it out. We're doing a few things, and I know some people last week on Facebook. Well, one person answered me and said that they preferred me to do live streams on Facebook. But actually, the person that I want to see this is not on Facebook. So anyway, you know how that goes. So I figured, you know, I got my dinner in the oven right now. It's going to take some time to cook. So I figured before I got on the treadmill and got all sweaty and stinky, I'd go ahead and give a little pre-Valentinesday advice, you know? Oh, that was the other thing. For whatever fucking reason, they must have changed the Facebook app. So now when I was trying to post to Facebook that I was live, of course, it wouldn't let me type in there because, you know, they got to change things. Oh, I'm a globalist homosexual. I need to change things. Oh, God. You know, anyway, don't get me on that one. But I guess the reason I wanted to do this is I was talking, and shout out to Raven for this, for inspiring this, because we were talking, you know, we dated at one time. And we were talking about the fact that we used to be friends before we dated. You know, like we were friends for quite a while before we actually dated. And for about 5 years, I think, prior to dating. And that's the thing, man. A lot of people don't, when they date, they just jump into these relationships. You know, it's just a, you know, oh, hey, I want to fuck you. You want to fuck me? All right, let's do a relationship. Ah, you know, and then it doesn't work. And then they're so astounded. Like I got one friend on Facebook, especially. You know, Facebook is a place. Man, you'll see these people, 1 minute it's, oh, I'm here with the love of my life, and I've got such a great girlfriend and or a great boyfriend, and oh, they're so awesome, and I love them so much, and this and that, and whatever. About a week later, I had a guy doing that today, as a matter of fact, on my friends list. You know, last week it was, oh, this girl is the girl of my dreams. I love her. I want to be with her, and this is who I want to be. And it's showing engaged. That's the other thing. You know, they jump into these fast relationships on Facebook, and all of a sudden it's showing that they're engaged, and, you know, it's an I heart you, you know, a bunch of bullshit. Then this week it's, you fucking cunt, I hate you, you bitch, I don't need you in my life, I don't need, and I'm like, what happened? And actually one guy even called him on it, you know, and he was like, wait, isn't this the girl just last week you were talking about was your everything and was your life and all that type of stuff? And he didn't answer on that one, man, because I think he knew. But
0 watching now. 0 likes.
Okay, 0 watching.
Finish button.
Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah, and that's what happens. People get on these kicks of you know, they're like like the dating sites. This is the dating site error. You know, where everybody just they get on there. See, that's the thing. You know, when you date, it's supposed to be. You know, when people say I'm with my best friend, you know, well. Now I know what that means. You know, I used to kind of laugh at that and be like, what the hell does that mean? You know, what do you mean my best friend? That's I'm dating my best friend or I'm with my best. What it means is you guys are friends, you know, and that you started out as friends at one point. You know, that's, I mean, all the meaningful, good relationships I've had were people that I started out being friends with, you know, initially. You know, like there was no real dating thing in mind, you know. And some of my worst relationships have been those slap together relationships where, you know, oh yeah, okay, you're into me, I'm into you, can I have your phone number? Oh yeah, okay, I'm calling you, you're pretty sure you know what I want. Want to go to dinner? Yeah, okay, you know. Those just don't work, you know. And it's, like I said, it's with the, like, dating site. That's why I didn't like those dating sites, because they never worked for me. You know, some people they do work for, I guess, but for me, it's very fake. It's very, well, okay, case in point. My brother and his relationship, okay? He met the girl on a dating site, but originally she didn't want to date him because he was long distance. So he just kept saying, no, you know, he would try it, you know, why don't we try it? Why don't we try it? You know, at least give it a chance. She was like, no, absolutely not. You're long distance. I'm not interested. We're not doing this. So then I guess he kind of just settled for the friendship. You know, because that's the thing, you know, if you really care about somebody, you will just settle for that friendship, you know, because you just want to be in that person's life. You don't care, you know, one way or another, you know. I mean, it really doesn't, I mean, you'd like to be with that person, but if they don't want to be with you, you will take the friendship. Trust me, I've been there a billion times, more times than I like to count, as a matter of fact. But anyway, so they started out as friends, and she would tell him about guys she was dating, and he would give her advice and say, oh, no, you might want to stay away from this guy. And this dude, no, he sounds bad. He sounds like he's got issues. So eventually, they finally started dating. And now they're a couple. And, from what it looks like, things are going pretty good. They've been together, it's going on 2 years, I think. Damn, has it been? I guess it has, because it was like, I want to say April 2016 when they got together. So here it is now, it's February 2018. So yeah, almost 2 years. So yeah, I mean, with these other things where people just meet people on Facebook or meet people on, Snapchat or whatever, all these sites, the dating sites, Plenty of Fish or, HIV Harmony or any of those shitty sites, those people they're not meaningful relationships because you haven't taken the time to really even get to know that person. You guys are just, okay, yeah, we want to be a couple. All right, let's be a couple. And then all of a sudden it's, this turbo, I love you, and let's get engaged and let's get a place together and let's do all, and you're like, fuck, you've only known this person for like 2 weeks, Whereas if you're friends with somebody first and you guys have been friends, you know each other, you trust each other, then you're going to have more of a meaningful relationship, and that's the thing. The other problem with some of these, like the dating sites and chat lines and things, is it's kind of already known what you're there to do. So all the magic is taken out of it. So at that point, it's just like, well, okay, well, hey, I'm here. Basically, it's like a meat market thing. I mean, outside of sex, there's nothing meaningful in that relationship. It's just you two, having whatever you're having, and eventually it comes to a screeching halt because obviously you guys don't love each other like you thought you originally did. And yeah, it's just kind of, it's bullshit. So that's what I'm saying. You kind of have to start out as friends first, and get to know each other and kind of see how that works, and that's the thing. Those are probably the best people to date. And now, there's some people that are my friends, some females that, I just wouldn't date, just because they're not my type, and that's that. But then there've been other female friends that, I've obviously, like in the case of, with Raven and I, we were, and I'm trying not to, I don't like to say names, but, in this case, I'm going to go ahead just because, not even her real name, but with us, I mean, we were friends for a while. As a matter of fact, the first time I went down to see her, where she lived, because she was long distance, I stayed at her apartment and we were just friends. There was nothing going on. We didn't start dating, like I said, until 5 years into our friendship, so yeah, it's kind of the better way to be, man. It makes a better relationship, really, as if you're friends, as opposed to, oh yeah, well, hey, I'm interested in dating you, you're interested in dating me, all right, let's do this. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, we don't have anything in common. Or the other thing I used to see is people like trying to manufacture things you had in common. I mean, there was one person I met off a dating site one time, and I remember this too, this was crazy. It was my birthday, and she's like, oh, I said we could hang out on my birthday. And she's like, oh, okay, well, what kind of cake do you like? I'm like, whoa. You just meet me for the first time. And she's like, no, seriously. I'm like, what kind of cake do you like? And she finally settled on like this big ass German chocolate cake, which I didn't eat. I couldn't eat. It was too big. I just couldn't finish it. So, and then all of a sudden, she's thinking we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and like telling everybody about me and just jumping way too fast into it. And I'm like, I even told her, I said, you ought to keep your options open because, I wasn't feeling the same way for her. And she was like, oh no, I know what I want. We have so much in common. And I'm thinking, we do? You sure you're talking about me? So yeah, that was just, that was some backward shit, man. It just didn't work, So any of those slapped together relationships, they just don't work, man. It just, and people out there chasing love for the sake of, trying to have somebody. I just want somebody in my life. I don't care who it is. I just want a person in my life.
0 watching now. 0 likes. Okay. Live. 10 minutes. Live. 10 minutes, 2 seconds. 0 watching now. Finish. Button. Switch camera. Button. Chat options. Button. Filters. Button. Options. Options. Button. Zero watching now. Zero likes.
Sometimes it'll say there's nobody in here and there are people in there watching, so I don't know. Now watch, I'll finish doing this, and then all of a sudden I'll say like 3 people already seen it. So I don't know, but anyway, that's kind of my whole thing there. That's my whole premise is that people don't, they just jump into some shit now. They don't, it's the era of instant gratification and, oh, I want a relationship right now. I want someone in my life. Well, that's really nice, but what if that person's not right? You didn't even take the time to get to know them. I think the operative word there is friend. Like people say my girlfriend or my boyfriend or something. So why are they the something friend? Obviously, they should be your friend, right? First. So yeah, it just seems like the ones that I've, been friends with and they gotten to know a little bit, actually have turned out to be the more meaningful relationships. Other than that, these other throw together relationships, they just don't work, man. It's just, you can't just, jump into some shit with somebody and expect to be like, oh yeah, we're a total couple. And I've done that, trying to fill the void on a couple occasions, where I've actually, met somebody off a dating site or something, and then all of a sudden, weeks into it, it's, well, let's be Facebook official and let's do that. Never again, folks. Okay? Not doing that again. Not going there again. So yeah, it was just it kind of needless to say that conversation today that I was having with Raven via text message kind of inspired this whole this live stream. So that's why I wanted to do it. And see, everybody thought I was going to talk shit about Valentine's Day like I normally do, but no, actually I'm being serious here, and this is, if you want to have a true relationship, well, and date a friend, and make sure it's somebody you want to date too. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure there's a friend of yours that you're like, well, I could see being with them. And sometimes too, it starts without any kind of fucking, you really don't know what starts it. Somebody that you really didn't think about before in that way, all of a sudden something turns that engine on and you're moving. You know what I mean? You're going, oh shit, I got feelings for this person. And that's kind of how it was with us. So anyway, all right, well, that's my good little
12 minutes 39 seconds.
12-minute 39-second not really rant, but my little peace of mind for whatever.
Zero watching now. Zero likes. Finish.
Whatever it's worth. But anyway, all right, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there for everybody on Valentine's Day. And if you have someone in your life, hopefully it's somebody that you know well and that you trust. And if you don't have anyone, well, shit, dude. Don't trip. It's just another day. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's the story there, bitches. Peace.
Finish.
Later.
Alert.